All right, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Ox Billiards stream. Tonight's match will be between Matthew Lua and Francis Cho. They're playing 10-ball race to 11. Joining me in the booth this evening is Chris Iberger. How you doing tonight?
I'm very good. Thank you for having me again after having a few weeks of break. Looking forward to commentating Francis.
Yeah, this should be a good one. Matthew won the 8-ball collegiate tournament here a couple months ago at Ox. So he is a college player out of UW. All right, so a scratch on the break here from Matthew. Open ball in hand here for Francis. Looks like the sort of the 5 might be the issue in this rack. What do you think?
5 is next to the 6, right? Still need to get used to the colors of the balls, different to mine. I guess if she's fairly straight at a 5 to just draw back for the 6, or roll forward having the 6 bottom left corner. So both of them play race to 11, no 10 on a break. Early 10s allowed. As we play 10 ball, need call your shot, call your ball. 3 fouls in effect. Let's see if she can avoid the, what's this? Is it a 10 ball? That's a 10 ball. Oh, of my own screen here on the right side now.
Yeah, you know we're super high tech here at Ox Billiards. Got your own screen.
Oh.
You have your own chair.
My own water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, she landed pretty good into this line. Might be able to bump the 6 just a little bit to get better shape to take the 6 in the lower left corner.
I think she will draw back the 6 same corner. Or our both solutions combined.
And that's why you don't combine solutions.
Yep. Either one or the other.
So what do you think about sending this cue ball like 3 rails behind the 8?
I like that.
Because you're also kind of banking the 6 in between the 7-10.
Yep, that's what she's doing. Pretty good speed. Let's see, he just practiced jumps just before the match. Let's see. Shaking his head. Very close to the 8.
Yeah, there's enough room for sure, but I would not jump this because I'm not that great at it, but I think you would. Maybe? I don't know. I saw you pop a jump earlier.
Yeah. I'm not great either in jumping. Oh.
It only bounced once, so Francis caught it. So yeah, technically Matthew is on 2 fouls now. The scratch on the break and the failed jump here. So Francis could consider going for a 3 foul, but this table's pretty open. Yeah. It's kind of difficult.
Need to make sure you have the right angle on the 8, come back to the 9, and not need to go unnecessarily like 3-4 rails around the table. Alright, I think with this angle, you need to go forward to bottom left instead of side.
Yeah, I feel like if you go side, you really have to throw right on it to kind of cut that angle down.
And go back up and down. I don't think you can hold this. Let's see. Or this way. That's a good one.
Yeah, executed nicely. Have a little bit of angle here so you can run into the short rail and back up for the 10.
Alright, this should concede the first rack in about 3 seconds. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, caught the long rail first. So Matthew catching a bit of a break here after being on 2 fouls, having the open shot.
Is he still on 2 fouls?
Yeah, technically, yeah. All right, so Matthew steals the opening rack from Francis here.
And now the odds 50-50.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, they're only 15 points apart, so I guess it's not too surprising.
Yeah. I was surprised when I saw the odds at the beginning. With the difference they have, it was like 8% difference. Seems a bit high, but well. Do they play 2 and a 3 in the corners? Did they align on this rule?
I think they're just probably just doing the standard BCA rack, and I think it's fine to have the 2 and the 3 on the corner. All right, breaking off rack number 2. This time keeps the cue ball out of a pocket. Pretty.
Oh, 2 and 3 going.
Wow, pretty good spread here. The 4 locked up at the 10.
Yep.
A little unfortunate. However, might be able to get an angle on that 4 for it to go in the corner. A little difficult to tell from the angle here. The 1 does go by the 5. Question in the chat, what was that under the cue ball? So players are using a brake pad just to help preserve the cloth, kind of helps prevent skid on the break. So we overran position here.
Interesting they didn't remove the rack. Because if you have a... okay, they do now. Do they?
So I think he's calling the 4 in the corner. Just wants to be sure that it's a clean hit.
Close for sure. Okay, so didn't call the 10. 10 will be spotted and is option for Francis. So for everybody in the stream not familiar with the rules, when you play 10 ball, which is basically rules as 8 ball, you need to call your ball in the pocket. Whenever you make a legal contact with the lowest ball first, and you make any ball which you didn't call, your opponent has the option to either he will take over the layout, Or, in case you get accidentally snookered, he will tell you, nope, you go ahead yourself.
Yeah, so Francis almost had a good save here. Just cue ball leaked out just a little bit. I really like Matthew just trying to send this cue ball up 3 rails to the short rail. Yeah, I think that's what he tried to do, and I think he might have gotten it.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's sort of a masse past this 4. Seems like it's not the greatest option, so I think kicking into the 4 and just trying to tap it, I think would be okay. You don't really need to do too much here, right?
No.
Yeah.
I guess if she could go more aggressive, she would still go the same path as you were saying, but hit it harder and like kick and stick. So send the 4 back up while the cue ball stays on the bottom side of the table. Let's see.
I just caught that one a little too thin. So good save there from Matthew. Rack is pretty open.
Draw back, send it to the table. Stop on the 6.
Little friendly bump on the 9, but he's still in position for the 5. I was watching Matthew shoot during the collegiate tournament that they have here, and I kind of like how his stroke. It's not like a super like mechanical stroke. There's like a little bit of flair to it, but when he's dialed in, he really does like hit these shots real nice.
I mean, the stroke needs to work out for yourself. When you, for example, see like Oliver Ortmann, a German pro, he shoots like his arm is right on the side instead of like 90 degrees to the ground, which is very interesting. It just needs to work for yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you're consistent and you can repeat results, nobody can question what you do because consecutively like do it.
Yeah, so he misses the 6, but actually leaves this cue ball a little funny. Slightly tree-topped over the 8.
Oh, safety, too short.
Yeah, I needed this cue ball to roll an extra roll. Hey, Danger Brow in the chat. Thanks for warming us up for Scotch doubles. Okay, you think like a little bit of a pinch draw back here?
Yeah.
I think he might be going forward.
That's a good one.
Oh, he knows it.
No, I think he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay, but
But
he knew he was flirting with danger there.
So now, I guess, just roll it in and take your medicine on the 9.
Yeah, wanted to be off the rail just a little bit more, but
you might run into the 10. Yep.
didn't leave the hanger though. So he overcut and missed on the pro side.
Yep.
However, this bank is pretty dialed in, and Francis only needs to get middle table for the 10. Just really depends how offensive she's feeling here. I think I would go for it.
I mean, it's like the second rack, right? Raised to 11. Nothing really happened.
Right.
So definitely try, get the feeling for the table, and just go for it.
And she happens to miss in a way that might have
Can you
perfectly
see it?
blocked. I think he can maybe get to it with a little bit of a masse, but it's kind of hard to tell.
But then if you've massed too much and you hit the 9 full, you scratch.
For sure.
So what is he looking at? He's looking at the 1 railer. Yeah.
Certainly is. Maybe even 2, just
Yep,
catch
yep.
it.
Oh,
wow,
wow.
caught it too thick. All right, so first 2 racks, both players
Yep.
relinquishing the the 10 here.
And I like that he lets her shoot it, because you never know what's the form of your opinion of your opponent at the day. So there might be a chance I'm nervous first, like second rack, might be a chance. Shakes his head to the camera. Having a good time out there for sure. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're not having fun, sometimes you're not really in the right headspace. Could be detrimental to your game, but you just had a fluke mess up and kind of just brush it off, let it go.
All right, I guess we see the first break of Francis for tonight. And I saw her breaking in when she warmed up. Yes, definitely a strong break, a lot of power. There goes the 5. 3 ball blocks the 1. 2 ball also not in an ideal situation. Nine ball, very weird. Interesting rack. I guess this will be a push out.
Yeah, push, or I suppose you could try to just play a soft safe here.
Yeah, I think that's what she's doing. Try to kick and stick behind the 3. Because even if you miss it, he doesn't have a shot now. He can just go for a save, but you didn't really risk too much.
Mm-hmm. You may be calling the 9. Yeah, pretty fortunate here.
So the question in the chat about the triangle versus the rack with the template. So if you use the template, the balls are always frozen to each other. So you can practice your break, you can repeat and train your break, while when you use a triangle, there's always a little bit of gap here and there. So your results, even though you hit the balls always the same way, your result will never be the same. And this is why most players, most tournaments, most pros, everybody's using the magic rack, is what it's called, to really have repetitive and repeatable results on your break.
Yeah, I think the magic rack is definitely preferred for all those reasons. Also, when you're racking your own, you want to give yourself the best possible situation. Alternatively, if it's opponent rack, you don't want them loose racking you to try to get a slight advantage. So I think the magic rack is a good thing to have.
For sure, brings consistency in your game. Probably behind the 3. Too far.
Yeah, just leaked a little bit. Maybe not potable for the 1, but safety opportunity.
I think he can make the 1 to side. However, with the very narrow angle he has, going to the 2 will be... He needs to hit it with some power, which then from this angle makes it very missable in the side. Decide for the save.
Yeah, I like this.
It's very good.
What do you think about the jump where you hit the 1 into the 6? But I think she's going for a kick.
I think if you want to hit the 1 to the 6, the cue ball, you would need to hit the 1 very thin, which make the ball fly around everywhere. This leaks out. But again, nothing really happened, even though you can see the 1 going back to the 2. Very tricky. Maybe not for him.
Got pretty good on the 2, all things considered. Another safety play here.
Behind the 410. That's what he tried.
Yeah, left just enough of a cuttable angle here for Francis. The cue ball will be running into the 8, though. So just needs to be sure that she has enough speed to get that 8 out of the path of the 3. Which I think is definitely doable. Oh, but she put a little too much oomph on that cue.
Alright, so there's no jump. So probably 2 rail kick.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking middle diamond or between this...
Pretty much where a chocolate.
Yeah.
Yep. Good hit.
It is going to leak out.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes in the corner, so Matthew will have to consider the combo.
Does the 4 go by the 7? It's close. That's what she's looking at right now.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have the other short rail angle. May bump this here. Oh, need the cue ball to roll a little more.
It's always risky when you try to open a cluster and you hit the ball which is next, not first.
All right. I see the vision here.
Yep.
This will be pretty sweet.
Yep.
Basically getting close to the corner pocket with some like left spin.
And she called bottom right. There it comes.
Oh,
Close. Good try.
Yeah. 9 ball being on the rail there
Yeah.
makes
I'm
it.
not sure if it's the right choice. I would maybe try to draw the 4 into the 9. Because when you stop where the 9 is with the cue ball, you can make the 6 in the left side. All right, 3 rails around, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't want to overrun it and be too close to the bottom short rail.
Yeah, he has a little bit of angle here, so cue ball momentum will stay. Yeah, handled that nice.
Pretty good. Natural path to the center of the table. Just want to make sure you have the right angle from the 8 to the 9. You don't want to go angle to the left of the table from this view, more to the right.
Do you think he wanted to land straight on the 8 for the 8 in the lower left? So he just kind of draw back and then shoot the 9 down?
I'm not sure. I have not seen what he was trying.
Yeah, because he had a lot of speed on that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice shot. Don't scratch.
He's going to bump the 9.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Wait, even worse.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, no, he has a little bit of rail
Yeah.
there.
I think it goes technically,
I still call there.
but it's as tough as it gets.
Yeah, he's going to spin this to avoid that side pocket scratch.
Yeah. Rushed it a little bit.
He did, but he's going to land super
Oh.
fortunate.
Oh,
He
yeah.
knows it. Oh, lucky, lucky. Hey, Nuclear in the chat. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Chris Iberger here in the booth with me. Pretty good match so far. Both these players kind of dogging the end of the rack, but otherwise shooting well. I feel like that happens fairly often with the Aux stream, kind of acclimating yourself to the table, to your opponent's play style. I've been trying to match up players that don't necessarily play against each other much, just to kind of see what their dynamic is like.
Oh,
nice
she
try.
called a 10 in the left side.
Yeah, that would have been real crafty.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's debating whether to shoot this 9 in the corner and just kind of draw out. Or just do a little bit of a stun. Just like that.
All right, here we go. 2-1. Matthew taking the lead also in the odds based on the Fargo rating. 50.44% against 49.56. And I think from what we see right now, they're both pretty much on the same level. At least for tonight. All right, Matthew, break number 3 for him. First one he scratched, second one was successful. Third one, cue ball traveling, 1 scratch, dry.
Yeah, it kind of struck that break almost immediately. Maybe just takes an extra second to sort of dial in that stroke on the break.
For sure.
He'll make a ball.
Yeah.
So the 3 was headed there, but I think he almost lifted up just slightly as he broke. You can always throw off your sort of cue trajectory into the cue ball. It's not the easiest opener here for Frances. She could shoot this one in the lower left corner.
Went for a save. Yeah, that works.
I think the kick is on just past the 4. May need to bend the cue ball a little bit, but I think I think you might be able to hit it straight on.
Yeah.
Probably call it 2 on the lower left just for insurance.
Yeah, going for your shot. Oh,
Ooh.
the right English killed him.
So he's actually taking this 2 off of the rail now, which actually helps Frances getting to the 3. She doesn't need to be as precise. I think you just float the cue ball down below and past the 8 to land on the 3 after the 2.
Yeah, I think 2 ways preference. So either you go 2 rails around the 8, or you keep yourself an angle where you're closer to the 7 and then go left long rail back to the 3. I think she goes for your route, which is probably a little bit a harder shot, but gives you more reward because there's no ball in the way when you go around the 8. While if you take my proposal, you might end up behind the 9 and snooker yourself. Yeah, just like that. Do you want to have less angle for going into the side? Now, it's a tricky one. Probably she can hold it when playing in the side, but it will be close to the 4.
Yeah, you could maybe just kind of spin this 3 in, very softly with right, and you kind of hold the cue ball middle with a bit of a sharp cut.
Or run into the 4. It's all, yeah. I mean, if it works out, it's good, but it's also some risk playing it this way.
I don't mind her banking this 4 below the pile here. You basically just hit this 4 right above the side pocket.
Yeah.
Maintain the cue ball at the top of the table. Yeah, just like this.
That's what she's doing.
Oh.
Well,
I think she left it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least a piece.
And if he hits it very thin and gets the cue ball back to where it is right now and leaves the 4 behind the cluster, pretty good chance of a save.
Yeah, almost an
Lost the
excellent
cue ball.
save.
Yep.
It's definitely the right idea.
It's a little bit too thick, and I know over like this long distance, aiming and trusting yourself to hit it like so thin as you can is like tough, right? So probably was a bit afraid and hit it too thick on purpose.
Yeah, I feel if he maybe put just a touch of right spin and hit it that thick, it would have been okay. Cue ball probably would have come up to the short rail first. But Francis is going to be checking out the 3 foul. Ooh, Leaks just... he has a kick in play. Not a lock-up safe, but at least a little bit of a tester.
But I'm surprised the way he practiced jump during practice. I would have expected him to jump this ball.
I think Matthew has a bit of a snooker background, so he's pretty good at kicking. I think maybe sort of trying to integrate jumping into his skill set. Okay, the angle that Francis has, I think she'll have to accept landing below the 6.
I think her problem right now on this shot is that the Cuba is on the rail, so she can't really like stun or anything. And going forward, there might be maybe a scratch as well. Definitely close, yeah.
I think I probably call the 6 in the side pocket, but also kind of do a 2-way where you can just stop the cue.
Did you call the bank up there?
I'm not sure. I thought she pointed to the side, but...
So that's a good one. Natural, you don't have to do anything with your cue ball. Just make it. Focus on your speed. Yeah, that's too much. He's very like fast in his choices and going down and like. And might get lucky here.
Yeah. I mean, he landed on the 8.
Yeah.
Which is, that is what he wanted, but yeah.
But to your point earlier, I think if he takes like a second or 2 more to like really, okay, that's what I want to do, and then like step in your shot and like have your pre-stroke routine, feels like a little bit rushed.
Yeah, just slightly. I feel like his play style is definitely like vibe and like flow based. So I understand wanting to kind of just get into things. But you know, sometimes you adopt the best of both worlds, if you will. You can still have that style, but just taking that extra second can be helpful. All right, trying to figure out how to get onto the 8 ball here.
Yeah, the 9 ball is a big ball for going from the 7 to the 8. Can try to straight draw back, which is not, I guess, the most ideal version. 3 wells to the right. You can go left long rail, draw with bottom left.
I kind of didn't mind how he was setting that up to just go short rail and then come long rail and back down, but now be some more effort here.
Yeah, that's one way.
Unless...
And that's the risk then with the 10 when you go.
Yeah.
Legal hit.
Yeah, legal hit leaves the shot in the top left corner, so opportunity for Francis to tie this one up. Don't really see any problems here. 9-ball, dead center of the table. Unless you also land center.
Yes.
Just needed to be a little more left or a little more right here.
All right. I think from our view right now, she called it bottom left. Nice shot.
Yeah, handled it
How's
real
the
nice.
speed?
Slight overrun. Ooh, no. Dang.
That's awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, she's trying to cut. Important, don't move at all. Just your arm and make it. Nice.
Excellent out.
Oh, what's the cue ball doing?
It's
Oh.
stopping?
Oh, that's close.
Ooh. All right.
Oh, yeah.
We got action, folks. We got action. 2-2 game going into rack number 5. Francis will be breaking this one off. Thank you for joining us this evening. Zach Ross in the booth here with Chris Iberger, live at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington. If you're new to the stream, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell as well to be notified when we go live. Be having another matchup here on the 29th. So yeah, stay tuned.
Who's playing?
It'll be Kapil Londe on the east side, and another player here that plays out of Seattle. His name is Dustin Cienfuegos. They're both mid 400 players, so it should be a pretty good match. Dustin's been improving quite a bit. He just moved up to a 7 in
All right.
APA. Yep, and I think Kapil is a 6-7, so should be a pretty close match. They're playing 9-ball. But for now, Francis with the dry break. Matthew with an open 1. A little too much zoom on that cue, but the bank is in play.
Yeah, he called it.
Yeah, the only problem with coming up short on a bank like that, I feel like more often than not, you're leaving the open shot.
So I'm not sure if you, when you make the 2 on the side, if you can avoid the 4 and 10 and go through them, come back to the 3, or take the harder shot bottom right, which might have a scratch in the side as well if you play it wrong.
Found the window
Nice,
pretty
yep.
nice. So if the 3 does not go by the 9, could consider comboing it.
Might be toe. It's close.
Yeah, definitely makes that pocket smaller if she just goes for the 3 clean.
Or you play the 3 straight up and have it come down below the 10 and hide the cue ball behind the 7.
Thinking about just banking this 3. No,
Oh, yeah.
went with your shot
Yeah.
because it's pro.
Oh, nice,
It's a
nice,
pro
nice,
shot.
nice. Strong.
Yeah, Matthew
hear me?
recognizing the game there. Yeah, our voices are actually
Yeah.
projecting
Ah,
into
I
the
see.
room.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing the shot and executing, like, that's two different things. But it was perfect. See, this was like he aimed once, went down and shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like the extra second I think wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, it's something I've been trying to be a bit more cognizant of in my own game when you're sort of faced with an awkward shot instead of just looking at it once and just going for it. You know, just taking that extra second, even though it is awkward to be in that stance or, you know, just where the cue ball's laid out. It's not a bad idea. Just take an extra breath.
So fairly open layout. The angle. Drawing back. Needs to be perfect. Yep. And
Yeah,
from
the
here
7, 8, 9 are great.
yeah. From here it's pretty much stop shots.
Yeah, I agree. The 9 to the 10 just lays up real nice. So, ooh, don't roll too much. She's good.
And this one also, like, don't try to hold it. Like, go back and forth. Have a nice stroke. Just like that. Alright, I mean, I think she's dead straight.
Yeah, I would like to draw this back just a little bit. The stop shot, you kind of give yourself a steeper angle. Have less room for maneuvering the cue ball. Yeah, this is fine. Swing around the 10 here.
Now with this angle I probably just go short rail and come back
Oh, and
up on the
straight
same
back out?
side. Yeah.
Hmm.
You have to do less with your cue ball.
Oh no.
Oh, she's okay.
You were very confident.
Yeah, I was. Yes.
You break the 600 barrier and suddenly you become enlightened.
I mean, on
Your third eye is open.
on an 8-foot valley, this goes in for sure, but not on these pockets.
Sure.
Yeah, perfect. It's good.
Yeah, really good speed. Landed on the pocket line nicely.
Probably wanted 1 foot more, but that's okay. Nice. All right, 3-2.
At least your luck's making up for my luck. Thankfully, all is right.
Yeah, it's been a good one so far. Race to 11. Still a lot of game left. But both these players maneuvering through the racks pretty quick.
Also, always interesting for me. Like, I watch different people rack the balls with a magic rake. Everybody has a different strategy. Like, some people do 2 balls at a time, going from the inside to the outside. Some other people go from the outside to the inside. It's very, like, fun to watch.
I've seen people like roll up the balls at
Yeah.
the same time
Yeah.
too. Like if it's the first, like the 2 row, they roll the 2, and then they roll 3, and then they roll 4
Yeah.
balls, and I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, 8 in the side.
Yeah, 1 unfortunately not open, so safety opportunity here though. Do you like to send the 1 down table, or do you bring the cue ball to the top short rail?
I will probably do the cue ball from this view to the right.
Mhm.
Because if you want to put the one ball from this angle to the right side of the table from here, you need to have a lot of power to get it there. But if you play the cue ball thin, like maybe half ball off the one with a bit of right spin, and come behind the 10-6 and just leave the cue ball where it is right now, behind the 2-4 or 5, what it is. Or just bank it.
There's a very big cheese combo here.
True, yes, true.
I mean, it would be
he call
insane.
it?
I don't know. It would be insane to go for that. No.
He didn't.
But the one leaks out just enough for possibly a 1-2 combo. Ooh, I don't know. It's going to be real close
Yeah,
with the 5.
I think try to go forward with nice follow to make the 2 with the cue ball.
Mm-hmm. Try to
Or
do
play
your
safe.
shot.
No, she wanted to play safe.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, hit this pretty nice.
Oh, nice try. He called bottom left from this view. Was a good try.
Yeah, I knew that was the likely pocket with the kick bank. Didn't quite serve this up, though.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, good separation safe here.
Some right spin. Try to kick and stick. Just like that. And on these shots, you always need to be lucky. I mean, calculating them, you need to be... I'm not sure if there's anybody in the planet who really can control this, like, to perfection. But it worked out.
Yeah, the 1-9 might be in play. It is an overcut on the 1 to get that 9 going. Otherwise, the safe isn't too bad either. You kind of just thin this 1 and bring the cue ball running into the 4.
Yep. And you might end up having a cue ball travel back to the right side and snooker behind the 9.
Yep. I like that play better. I feel like the 1-9 is a little too risky. The 1 punches out towards the left. You could leave that shot open.
Yeah, he did a bit too hard and too thick.
Yeah, left the 1 in the side pocket, but he is tree-topped over the 7.
Is there a word of these? Like in Germany, we call that's a Chinese snooker. Is there a word for these kinds of awkward shots?
I think when it's just above like that, they call it treetop.
Okay.
Because, like, yeah. Very thin cut on the 2. Gonna get pretty fortunate here.
Not wasting any time.
Got into a pretty decent
Yeah.
position for the 4. 3 right side pocket does go.
That's a very, very thin cut from here. But possible.
If the deli's open, pull out the prosciutto.
She would probably just roll behind the 5.
Boo. I want to see a 6 slice. No. Oh, no.
No rail.
Oh, no.
I think that's what she's tried.
Yeah.
But prosciutto look
Yeah.
sounds nice though.
Yeah. A few slices of prosciutto on a baguette.
Oh yeah. Nice salted butter.
Mm-hmm.
Some olives maybe?
Let's not get too crazy.
Okay.
It's gonna straight draw back on this one. Uh-oh. Oh.
Okay, yeah.
The friendliest of bumps. Made the 7 a little awkward. But luckily the 6 is very close by.
But he has the 5 first.
Yeah. Came up a little high. But you can tell he's feeling it, so.
Yeah.
No
Now I'm
stranger, no stranger to the bridge. Yeah. Yeah, any Ox members out there that want to swing by,
And bring prosciutto.
bring prosciutto, please. Come on by.
And a fresh baguette.
Yeah, and not the one from QFC though. It's got to be from somewhere else. Ooh, nice.
Wasting no time. Ball rolling, already down.
Yeah, you know who also does that is Arseny.
Yes.
Arseny
Oh.
Sevastianov. Oh no. Oh.
That's a concession. Yeah, it's a concession.
So
That's
Yeah.
4-2, Francis. And Tony Drago.
No way tapping on this thing.
yeah, so instead of making this game 3-3, kind of, I mean, not kind of, he did rush that 10, but here we are, 4-2. Francis setting up to break off rack number 7. I think I racked 10 balls similar to Francis, where I just do like 2 balls at a time. Obviously
Yeah.
the 1 and then 2,
Yeah.
and the 2 outside ones, the 10, the 2 middle back, and then the
Yeah.
2
Same.
corners.
Alright, so the Fargo apps showing us 76% to 23.
That was a massive jump. I mean, and obviously the racks are winding down, so there's less wiggle room for the lower rated player, but that seems like a massive jump.
Mm-hmm.
All right, another dry break here. I like the push. I think I kind of like pushing the 5 towards that 7-9.
Yeah, but then you leave an open 1 ball.
Yeah, but you're also creating like a 3 cluster, which is a little bit more difficult to break out. I guess you would prefer not to leave the open pocket, so do you just push, he's going to push this bottom corner. He wants cue ball to travel a little bit more. Yeah, he ended up leaving the back cut on the 1. However, cue ball flicks into the 7. This still might be okay.
But you can also be stuck behind 9. Like,
I think the cue ball will kind of clip the 7 and come up, and the cue ball comes off the short rail, so she should be okay for the 2, but you never know. Oh, it was a little slow.
Oh,
okay, going.
safe.
Yeah, smart.
mm-hmm.
Didn't quite get there. Need that cue ball with maybe just a little bit of left. Fortunate to miss here.
Open 1 problem to create another one.
right, here we go. 2-rail kick. These shots are pretty fun. Not in high pressure situations, but it is kind of fun to figure out. All right, what is the rail angle going 2 rails? Okay, so foul here for Francis.
Okay, now you would need to think about what's the angle I need from the 3 to the 4. And what's the pocket I want to use for the 4.
You could be eyeing up this 4-10 combo. Oh, a little bit of a miscue.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is going to be an outstretched shot here. Going to utilize the bridge. Or the rest, as they
Or-
call it in snooker.
Or the Oma, as we call it in German.
Okay. Any other variations? Really nice punch follow through here. Overran it just a little,
But
but
it's-
not bad. I like. I was gonna say going to the corner, but maybe not.
She's drawing back. Snooker behind the 10, correct, this way.
Absolutely drilled this kick.
Unfortunate hit on the nipple.
It's almost like a deja vu from the opposite side.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right, so again,
Yeah.
Francis just pulled this back a little bit, send the 4 down. Nicely done. 4 ran a little far, but he's going to go for the kick again here. I call the 10 in the corner.
Yeah.
Not sure if he did.
Oh, ooh, wow. Let's see, did he call it?
No.
No.
All right, little 5-8 here.
Yeah. I think from here you need to go for the run out. There's no no save.
Yeah, and just the way this 5-8's kind of wired, cue ball runs up, 5 stays middle table. Overcut this 5.
Yeah. Probably 4 rails. Yeah. With the
Ooh, 4 rails. Yeah, I like that. Just really kind of swing this cue ball.
don't want to hit it too hard, otherwise you might scratch. Nice control, follow through. Avoid the scratch and go 4 rails. Just like that.
Perfect. Oh, no, just overran a little bit.
Dang. Was a good shot. Alright, do it again.
Oh, yeah. Bank this 2.5 rails down to the short rail and just park this cue right behind the 9. I like it. Oh, no. Yeah, didn't quite get there on both fronts.
He might hit the 10 ball on the way back, which he should be careful of. Nope, very good. That's pretty much perfect. Can't play this any better.
Yeah, one rail out, middle table. Should be good. Or just stun out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Preference.
Nicely done. Lands perfect. All right, 4-3. Very close game here, folks. Let us know in the chat if you have any predictions on who the winner might be. And also let us know what you think this final score will be. Can't offer you any winnings, but you get the Star Watcher. Slightly off center break here for Matthew. I also prefer to do this. Nicely done. Hitting the cue ball just a little bit above center and kind of popping it. Allows for the two sort of middle side balls to head towards the side pockets. So he ends up taking 2 there. He called the 7. 1 also drops. Going for the bank on the 2. Oh, going for the cut here. Nice shot. Landed very nice. Yeah, so just missed the angle there on the 5. Landed on the 6 like he wanted. Bank on the 5, definitely in play here. Yeah, a little too much power into that bank. 5 ball did not have enough time to take the spin the cue ball was imparting. Nice shot. Yeah, just rushed it again. He was leaning on the table, a little awkward, but, you know, make sure your body is stone foundation before you shoot that. Him leaning over caused him to just be slightly off angle when he took the shot. Yeah, opportunity here. Francis to extend her lead 5-3.
Nicely done. All right. Reg number 9 to come. 5-3 Francis.
Yeah, so you missed Matthew almost going on a break and run. Then he missed a 5 in the lower left corner, and then missed the 6 in the top left. Can't really be giving Francis those opportunities. She will capitalize.
And now it disappeared.
Yeah, they might be taking a short player break here, so it's okay with us. It is a long race. Let us know where you are tuning in from tonight, chat, or the afternoon or morning, wherever you are in the world. We're live here in Seattle, Washington. This Memorial Day weekend, there will be an 8-ball tournament here at Ox Billiards, co-sponsored by UW Hub Games. It'll be 8-ball, and I believe it'll be a split bracket between collegiate students and an open, so save the date on that. We'll have more details to come in the following weeks.
So like right on the spot? Okay.
All right, Steph in the chat thinking that Francis will win this on the hill. Yeah, I think this will be a very close game. Her shooting style is definitely a little bit more methodical. I feel like Matthew, if he can kind of dial in his speed just a little bit, he is a shot maker. So, yeah, it really could go either way.
Yeah, also this reg, I think that's a big one in terms of scoring. Either 6-3, which is big difference, raise to 11, or you go 5-4, which makes everything open again.
Yeah, didn't quite get the safe here. The 1 does squeak by the 3.
Cue ball back up table. Or just make it. Wow.
What a shot
Didn't
that
see
was. Whew. That was
Oh, he didn't call it?
really, he thought he was.
Wow.
Oh,
What happened?
I'm not sure. It feels like it was a foul, so maybe
Huh.
did something with his cue. I'm not sure. Kind of looked clean from here,
Yeah.
but, you know, self-called the foul, so must have felt something was wrong.
Someone in the stream, in the chat maybe have seen what's happened? We didn't. Why is it ball in hand?
Yeah, I don't
He hit
know.
the 2.
Maybe
Okay.
Oh. Interesting.
Huh.
The 2 must have just been like a whisper.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, I guess, has the prime spot
That's true. He is in the room here.
in the room and in the live stream, so.
He is our man in the field. All right, I like rolling up onto this 9. Just press that 4 past. Oh no, it
Oh.
leaked. Gonna have to be using the bridge here.
Definitely very uncomfortable now. Close to the 6 with the bridge. Long reach.
Maybe flipping this on the side.
I like the view. It's good. Nicely done. stop on the 5, maybe a hair of draw, a little bit back, not required really. And then stop on the 6, follow on the 7, goes to the 8, all nicely connected.
Yeah, this is definitely his rack.
And this one you don't really want to draw back and be straight in the 7. Just stop it where it is. Yep, dead stop.
On a dime, as they say.
Just be aware of the 10. Or the scratch.
Avoid
no!
the side pocket. No
Wow.
way. I feel like the scratch into the side pocket off the short rail, I've been seeing this way more often for some reason, and it's like it's one of the scratches that you're like, oh, this will never happen. And then it happens, and you're just like, what the hell?
Yes, because we don't say the F word in the chat,
Right.
in the live stream.
Yeah, this is a PG-13 stream.
Mm-hmm.
If we say the F word, we have to. Wait, we've been live longer than 10 minutes. We can say whatever we want. Yeah. Francis going to quick work here, though. May consider removing the rack. It is kind of still in its housing.
Yeah, if you don't slow roll it, shouldn't be an issue. All right, here we go.
Well, Matthew needed to make this 5-4. That seems to be what's going to happen here.
No way.
Bury that 10 deep, but yeah, it's frustrating.
These pockets are really not forgiving. If you hit the long rail first by just a little bit,
Yes,
it will rattle if you hit it too hard.
100%.
And that's what happened.
the only way to survive a long rail first is with table speed, and you have to hit it pretty soft.
Yeah, this was a pretty big rack to lose. 6-3 over 5-4.
Yeah, I mean, it's never over, but you know,
Till it's over.
you're giving you're giving your opponent a 3-rack lead, and it's just simple mistakes. You know what I mean? If it was a really difficult shot, you could be like, all right, yeah, that was really tough. But when you start adding up these sort of small errors, they become a larger issue.
And now your opponent breaks, makes a ball, has a shot on the 1. You sit in your chair, it's like, oh dang, I missed the ball to go 4-5 instead of 6-3, and it will rattle in your head, and like, oh, it's tough to get back and to stay focused.
Yeah, and if you have the lead, like Francis does here, she knows she can sort of twist the knife, if you will, making things more difficult for Matthew, make him work for certain leaves, etc. Just barely misses the 1, really focused on leaving for the 3.
And everything is really nicely connected, so there's, if he keeps his things together, he should be able to run out. That's okay, he wanted a bit less angle. Needs to do more with the cue ball as he wanted to. Nicely done. And here you want to have a little bit of angle. That's enough. And now important to be on at least the same line where the 6 is, to be naturally going back to the 7.
Yeah, he hit that real nice. Someone will just float over or draw straight back. Nice shot.
I think he's just okay. One bit more angle actually. Now need to have a lot of power to stun or draw. It's always risky. And too short.
Yeah, he needed to really rip that action to get back over. It's a nice attempt. Didn't quite leave the hanger on the 8. Very thin cut here.
Good thing for Francis, the 9 is dead in. So really just need to focus on the 8 ball and forget about everything else other than the scratch maybe. But I don't think there's a scratch if she makes it without any English.
Yeah, may consider like an 1/8 inch of left, but other than that, yeah.
Which makes the shot tricky because the cue ball swerves a little bit over this long distance. Here it comes. Oh, decided for a save, but hit it way too thick. She wanted to hit it, the way she played it, I think she wanted to hit the 8 very, very thin on the left, leave the 8 ball on the short rail, and have the cue ball come back all the way down.
I see.
Wow.
Yeah, he's really good at lasering long shots.
This one's easy, like looks easy, but that's by far not an easy shot. You need to know, do you want to go around the 10 two rails? Do I want to just go back up and forth? And your speed needs to be absolutely perfect. And he managed. Well done. All right. 6-4. Reg 11 on this 10 ball, race to 11. Francis leading 6-4.
8 ball side, 6 ball other side. 1 ball. Ooh, might be a little window there, but
Actually,
yeah, I think he has enough to hit the 1. Not quite sure if he can cut it. Okay.
nicely done.
Oh
Where's the cue ball
no.
going?
Huh.
I always thought, I'm not sure if I was a fan of trying to make the ball, because when you see where the 2 ball is, even if you roll it in, what are you gonna do with the 2? So maybe a save would have been better choice, but it's easy to be set from like when you sit behind a screen
Yeah.
instead of being at the table.
Yeah, because if he could have hit that 1 just a little bit thicker and left it on the short rail, that might have been okay. Looks like the 3 does go in the lower right, just by the 7.
I think the way she's queuing, she's trying to play it Pure shot. I thought she's going for the side, but that's definitely better choice here. Nicely done. Just a bit of stun draw, floating to the right half of the table, or going forward. I guess preference.
Yeah, then going forward here. Ooh.
Almost scratched.
Extension.
Probably looking at a 3-railer, left long, short, right long, or the way he's queuing is done back out.
Caught that one a little funny. Does not sell out the shot, though.
I guess so. Probably she's trying hitting the 4 on the right side from our view and hiding the cuba behind the 10.
Yep. It's going to leak, though.
Yep.
Yeah, and it leaks just enough for him to pocket the 4.
Nice follow, short rail, come back a little bit out. 5 on the right side, or not.
Yeah, he really juiced the cue ball. I think maybe just wanted to make sure he'd make the 4. Oh,
All right.
no, the 7.
What's
Oh, he's getting away with it again. He can't keep getting away with these crimes.
This is a pretty awesome shot. Like if you hit it right, 2 rails,
Oh,
and open the 9 at the same time.
yeah, that would be an ESPN shot for
Yep.
sure.
100%.
Sports Center replay. Anyone watched ESPN back in the 90s when they also have the Sports Center and the big replays of every sport from the day? This could be one of them.
Oh.
Wow, that was like 95% correct. It was, gosh, so close.
Because if she makes the ball, she comes out thicker and hits the 9-10 fuller to really open it. Good try. What is he? Is he trying to bank?
Yeah, tried to bank and break that out.
He did break it, but got lucky. Wow. So in this one, I would probably just try to go 1 rail and just roll it on there. Like, don't try anything fancy. There's nothing you can call, really.
Yeah,
maybe
I agree.
Maybe the 9 top right. But what are the odds? Oh, she can see the ball.
Yeah, maybe just barely. Okay, gets the short rail. No.
Yeah, I think she tried to stop it. Just that stop. And have the 7 ball go up. A little bit too hard.
think he's going to go up and down, up and down. Yep. Up, down, back
Yeah,
up.
pretty good.
Yeah. Nice job.
All right. Chance to close the gap by 1. Nicely done. 6-5.
Yeah, taking advantage of some fortunate rolls there. Closing the gap, super important in these longer races. Pretty good pace too. I've been playing for about an hour and a half, and they've played 11 racks, so take note, slow shooters.
Anybody in mind? I know we shouldn't we shouldn't call anybody out here, but for sure we have some people in mind.
Rack number 12 broken off pretty good, except that it's dry. Looks like Francis does have the thin cut on the 1. However, cue ball kind of runs away where you could be blocked on the 2. Could consider maybe just doing a bank and you hide the 1 above the 3.
I think she will try to Cuba behind the 3. Or the 1 wall.
Yeah,
But
the
the one
only
wall-
reason... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the 1 leaked, but the only reason I kind of like this way was because the scratch with the cue ball is a little
Yeah.
bit more in play. But, you know, if you overextend the 1, you leave the open shot. So he will be going for the bank here.
Oh, close.
Almost hit it nice.
And got lucky. Rail first, what's close? I don't
Yeah.
think it's there. Might be.
I think if she maybe hits this with like between 11 and 12, like really high.
The thing is, because the 2 is kind of frozen,
I see what
if
you're saying.
you don't hit it that perfect, it won't go in.
Let me check if the 2 is frozen first. It's frozen.
Where's our correspondent in the field, Alex Busak? Alex, he needs to watch the shot. Yeah,
Was
there's
free
a
first.
there's a foul.
Yeah.
All right, we can see that one.
Yeah, we can see that. Alex, you can practice.
All these leaves, all the lines kind of run into each other, so he take his time, find the correct line to fall onto, and he could easily tie this match up. Yeah, this is good. He's taking the extra second, making sure he's finding the right line for the 5.
Can you reach?
We'll see. Going to accept shooting the 6 on the side? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But he's going to
Uh-oh.
hide behind the 9. No.
Don't hit it too hard.
Uses the
Nicely done.
point. Wow. Really good recovery shot. Yeah, Matthew Lua, college student at UW. He's one of the board members of the UW Hub Games. They have a pretty decently sized pool club on the UW campus. I think he said they have about 40 members
Okay.
that come through and play. So yeah,
All
really
right.
trying to grow the collegiate field, and he's one of the great players amongst that group. Ooh.
All right. And
Let's
we're
let's
tied.
swing it again, I guess.
He knows where the cameras are at. He knows the high drama. Yeah, 6-6.
From what? 6-3 down, I think it was?
Yeah, he's won the last 3 racks, so close that deficit.
All right. Rack number 13. Matthew to break. 5 on the side, 9 on the side.
Yeah, very strong. The 1 got away, but that's what you want. You want those 2 side balls to go into the side pockets. Ideally, the 1 kind of dresses up towards one of the corner pockets, but never say no to an open shot.
Call the bank. Lower left.
Yeah, just caught it a little too thick, and he's going to leave it for the side.
Actually, I think I have some prosciutto at home. So when in the fridge. That's what I'm eating later. So, from the 3 to the 4, I want to have a nice angle. And then after the 4, it's like downhill.
Ended up maybe just a little bit longer on this too, but should be okay.
Nice. Also, the angle is like perfect to go. Just punch it with a bit of left. You can also go forward, go 3 rails.
Mm-hmm.
With the long reach, what she's having, I guess the forward is the better shot. Wanted to have more angle here to get to the 6.
Yeah, kind of tried to force the cue ball over because she was so straight on the 4.
I think you can cut it. Oh, he called the bank. Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe with the cut, cue ball gets away a little bit more.
Cut lucky.
Yeah. Again, he's kind of recognizing, well, I'm missing and I'm hiding. Excellent attempt.
She almost got him back.
Yeah, not quite.
Not quite.
Okay, a little bit of a back and forth here. Leaves himself for the 6 either in the lower right or the side pocket. Oh, kind of chopped at it. Swing around for the 6, fall into the line. Good shot.
And also the right angle to go back to the 7.
Maybe wanted to put a little bit of bottom right on there.
Yeah, more draw instead of more stun.
Now she may consider kind of stunning out to this right rail.
Yeah, I guess you have, because there's when you go forward, you might snick the 10 and might scratch.
Yeah, clip
Close.
it. Nice job. Needs to get off the rail. Leaving a longer 8, but she does have options.
Pretty much straight. That's a tester now. Coming up.
Because ideally you can stop shot this into the top right corner, but because you're on the rail and you're actually kind of queuing over the pocket, this makes this more awkward.
I'm not sure what she called, but the way she was looking at the 8, I think she's trying to go in the right center option, I guess. Yeah,
Yep.
he's not giving this back.
Okay, overtaking the lead now. Matthew Lua with 4 in a row. Be up 7-6. It's race to 11.
And
The odds are flip-flopping. What was it? At one point, his odds were 27%.
yeah. Was pretty much 3-1 at one point.
Yeah. Okay, rack number 14. Kind of lost the control of the cue ball, but the 6 does go in the top left, and he has an open 1. Looks like the 2 might be makeable.
Yeah.
Just needs that perfect line to almost back cut the 2 just slightly. Hits the 1-2 thin.
Yeah. He knew he needs some spin, some left spin to, because if you just roll it forward a 1, you will be snookered behind the 3-8. So he knew he needs some left spin. and overdid it.
Going for this 1, though, cue ball might actually run into the 2-9, or the cue ball could fall below the 2. Or if you hit it so thin, you actually land here.
And this time she got away with it.
Yes.
And with the 10 where it is, I'm not sure if there's a one-rail kick available.
Yeah, I don't know if he can bend it between the 7, 10. Doesn't really look like it.
Yeah. Probably tying the 2 and the 8 up. Yeah.
No, I know. It's deliberate. It's deliberate.
Yeah, smart.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want to give the run up, the run out up.
Yep. Sounder staff, you're definitely right. She would have counted.
Yeah, I feel like she has a few more in her back pocket that she is owed.
Yeah.
If we're counting lucky leaves.
She probably has like 2 or 3 left.
Yeah. I feel like they've been a little bit more favorable towards Matthew, but he's also been shooting great, so not taking anything away from him. All right, safety opportunity. I know she wanted to stop shot that, but just, yeah, the other ball's moving around. Accidental.
Oh.
This is a fun shot. You basically just stun, draw this back a little bit. You leave yourself with a 3 on the side. Just
Nice
like that.
shot. Nice shot.
Yeah, stayed down on it, made sure she was hitting it pure. Came up a little high, but has a lot of space to play for the 5, so not in danger. Ooh,
Oh!
no.
Clipped it.
Yeah. Maybe she was in danger. I mean, it was steep. Obviously tried to hold a little bit. Slow roll. Did not favor her on that one. However, I don't mind slow rolling this. Really try to swing.
Nice shot.
10's going to move just out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
He knows what's up. Left himself a pretty good angle, too. He can actually run this cue ball off of the rail and come back out just a little bit. Give him a better look at the 9. Just
wow.
like that. What a shot.
Nice and forward. Nicely done.
Yeah, don't rush this. You did all that work. Giving his cue a quick wipe down.
Eight, 6. So that's 5 in a row now for Matthew. Makes him the favorite at this point to win this match.
Yeah, we're basically seeing the odds flipped here.
Yeah.
We are much closer to the end, so these numbers probably will be switching up. If Francis wins this one, I assume it'll probably move closer to 50-50.
So losing 5 in a row, I probably would take my player break.
Did you find the whites? The one you used to wipe the table?
Try to regroup
Did you find the one you used to wipe the table?
my thoughts, reset myself.
It's fine. Thank you. It's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she's been pretty close to running out these last few racks. And just some sort of odd circumstances unfold, either with Matthew leaving the cue ball weird, or object ball gets placed in a precarious spot.
He added definitely some power to his break, making the 2 balls behind the first ball, behind the 1, more frequent going into the pocket, but then at the same time losing the cue ball a bit more, because adding so much more power.
Yeah, almost a good save. Just cue ball ran a little too much. And I think he overcut the 1. What do you think here? Because cue ball could bump the 3.
Which is not the worst thing to happen. Because even if you hit a 3, you know you hit a 3, you hit it a bit harder and then come off the short rail and come back. Because the 2 goes in pretty much like in 3-4 pockets. So I would have probably gone for it.
Yeah, because she left him a look at this one. Yeah, really nice two-way attempt there.
But that's also a nice save now. She can, when she hits it thin, important to hit the long rail first to travel the 1 ball to the short bottom rail, and the cue ball coming around.
Yeah, nicely done. He could consider hitting this 1 thin and kind of just nestling it up onto the 7. Cue ball goes towards the 10.
Extension.
He might sell out now.
Yeah.
But from here going to the 2, that's tough. A little bit of angle.
Yeah, this is rough because you could try to spin and you catch the rail just before the 1 to kind of spin this cue ball out, but it's so straight. Otherwise, you could really just try to, like, rip a draw here, but... Yeah, so she went for the spin. Is going to get super unfortunate. All right, so Matthew going to quick work here.
Bit of bottom right, coming back center of the table. Just like that, perfect. Nice angle to go on the other side to the 7 again. Center table again. Don't risk to go to the long right rail. You might end up behind the 9. And just come back out.
Yeah, really good pace on that shot.
And yeah, I probably prefer like stunning it out. So either you have the 9 in the side or the long rail in the top right corner. Might.
I think he may have overrun this. Yeah,
Oh,
he has to kick. Really good attempt.
all right. Can Francis capitalize?
Yeah, break his 5 pack, if you will. Okay, she pulled out the second the second one from her pocket, the IOU from Matthew. So she has one more IOU to use.
Yeah, with the angle she had in the 9, if she just let slow roll it forward, she would have been awkwardly close to the 10. So she tried to really stun it out with almost no angle. Oh,
These.
Yeah, he made contact, which is much better than ball in hand. So Francis just needs to float this up this right rail, maybe just between the second and third diamond here on the right.
here it comes. Bit too much.
Yeah. It's one of those shots where you want to be sure that you're above the 10 and you more than anything you want to be above it, and sometimes you just overrun. But she recovered nicely.
All right, we're getting closer to the prediction in the chat with Hill. Matthew leading 8-7. The odds are 60-40. Pretty close.
Yeah, I think if Francis can come out with a big break here, possibly see our first break and run of the match, and make an exciting tied match here. Ten ball got kicked, 9 ball got kicked. 9 ball goes in. Potentially a back cut on the 1 into the top left corner. However, cue ball kind of runs. She would need to find that window between the 7-4, go 2 rails to get a look at the 2. So this is very much a kind of speed finesse shot. Oh, interesting. Landed really good on the 2.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Cue ball shaving off the 4 was like, nuh-uh.
So now you need to make a decision. How do you play the 4-8? Do you play the 4 and open up the 5-8? Or you're considering the 4-8 combo and shoot basically the 4 twice?
I don't really like the 4-8.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 kind of gets away. It could brush off of the 5 and get awkward. Is there enough for her to make this 2 off of the 8
Yeah.
and the side?
Yeah, probably. Needed it with some speed. Yep.
Yeah, excellent.
But it's also somehow a little bit risky. Like if you open it up with some speed, you don't exactly know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But it worked out. G2 straight?
No, I think she has enough to just stun to this rail. The cue ball comes out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Now, she did land a little straight on this 6. A little bit of force follow with a friendly bump.
Oh, this is awkwardly thin. So that's definitely going up and down. Might be able to hold it. But it's with so low, it's like so touchy. I would prefer like go up, down, up,
Yeah.
and just let your stroke out.
Yeah, just send the cue ball on a little scenic route.
Through Seattle in the rain.
Mm-hmm. Just cut over to Mercer Island real quick, come back around. And the 8.
Oh, golden.
Okay, is that the third IOU right there? No, not quite.
That's 2.5.
2.5. She has just the U left of the. Good hold. Nicely done. Yep. Tied match. And now the odds are back to kind of where they started at the beginning of this match.
Oh, see, I did. I was racking it for you. I was like, oh, shit.
No, I do that too.
All right, 9-ball top right corner, 6-ball dropped somewhere. Distracted. Sorry about that. Potentially banking the 1 to the lower right. Kind of a two-way shot. You leave yourself for the 2. But it's a little risky.
Yeah, I think the 8 is in the way from this angle, though.
Yeah, I might clip the 8.
Yeah.
Very thin cut on the 1 at the top right. Cue ball.
7. Just
Swing a little bit, so...
Yeah, I would probably go for this top right corner and go into the 2.
Yeah, two-way shot, like I was saying.
Yes, you're right, of course.
All right, gonna go for a little kick here. Unless he can... sees a piece of the 1, probably gonna scratch. Going for it. Oh, actually was able to see that way more than I thought. Okay, this is gonna leak just a little bit.
No, I don't think she has it.
Maybe for the jump, yeah.
A bit of a small swerve.
Looked like one of my jumps. It was unfortunate. That was not the easiest jump. A lot of distance. All right, just gonna punch draw this back a little bit. Pretty good angle.
Yeah, you want to put a bit of right spin, otherwise he scratched early on a similar shot in the side pocket. This time there's the right spin. Float is in. Oh.
Yeah, he kind of fell in between the decision making there.
Yeah.
Goes for the old reverso. Yeah, he wanted it in the lower right corner. So it's Francis's option, and there's 0% chance giving this back. I mean, I guess if you want to be generous, you can give it back, but nope. Just gonna Actually gonna go forward here.
Yeah, and end up on the left-hand side of the 10. Don't want to be too close on the rail, though. These shots are not funny. Nicely done, and taking the lead again.
Yeah, taking the lead this late is very critical. Really kind of dials up the pressure on your opponent, especially if she gets to the hill here. That was a quick rack.
Yeah,
I feel like she's like, boop, boop, boop. All balls, we're good. Let's.
Oh, you mean the racking?
Yeah, yes, the
I thought
racking.
that,
Sorry. Yes, the racking was fast. But the rack itself was also pretty quick.
Yeah, true.
All right, Francis breaking more straight on here. Gets, oh, no. I was going to say gets the 2 and the 6, but both were fickle. Did not want to go down. So dry break.
He's probably tried to bank and call either the 1 or the 6, I guess. The way he's playing.
Could call the 1-6 combo. The 1 might go by the 6.
Yeah, and I think he called the 1.
Yeah, just drilled it nonetheless.
Okay, 1 more for him.
Yep. So now Francis has 1 1/4 IOUs. What do you think about the 2-rail kick here? Just kind of send this 1 up table. Hopefully you get a little bit of spin. All right, ball in hand here for Matthew.
Nicely done. Good angle for the 2 to the 3. Uh-oh.
Yeah. He rushed it. He hit it with follow, which caused that cue ball to kind of run off the rail a little bit harder than he wanted.
Oh, did he call it?
I hope he did.
I didn't call it again. I did not call it again.
He did
Oh,
not.
he didn't. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got to call that.
Yeah.
It is option. 4 ball does not go by the 8 in the side pocket. What do you think of kind of just doing like a stop shot here and you send the 4 to the left rail? Oh, she's calling the side. Yeah, like that, but yeah, it came out too much. But tied the 7-8 up. A little weird. Needs his cue ball to run.
Or to stop earlier.
Yeah.
I think it's just okay to make it by the 9 with top a little bit of left and come correct like this. This was where it's been.
I should have thought about that one.
You could potentially just roll up on the 6 and leave the cue ball kind of where the 6 is now. Comes up off the rail, rolls out a little bit. Or you go for speed.
Oh, this was a nice shot though. Wow.
Yeah, bank for sure.
Too long. All right. Drawing this back a little bit. 48 on the top right. Yep, perfect. Just a high ball, maybe a tip of left. Come back to pretty much where he is right now. Maybe a bit more to the left.
Yeah, opts for the longer shot.
All right. Tester here for getting the tie again. Takes extra time for his free strokes and makes it. Nice. Let's go. 9-9.
Yeah, rack number 19 coming up. This is who will get to the hill first. Let's hear those predictions in the chat. Will it be Matthew or will it be Francis? Let us know who you think will get to the hill. Either way, it's been a fantastic match. Both these players playing really, really strong. A few mistakes here and there, but that's prone to happen over a long race.
Yeah, on this last 10 ball, you could have seen he knew and understood the importance of this shot, so he took extra time, a few more pre-strokes than usual, and made it.
Yeah, I think if he were to rewind this tape, just kind of taking that same cadence on a couple other shots here and there, I feel like he would, really sharpen that part of his game.
This is pretty much a perfect break.
Yeah.
Cue ball stopped dead center, ball on the side, which was kicked in. It was not going clean, but anyways, doesn't matter. Result is the same. 1 to the 2, 2-4. There's no problem on the table. Wanted to have a bit, wanted to be more straight than oh, he's on a 2. I was thinking about this on a 3 right now. Never mind.
I mean, I know we're all excited to see the first break and run of the match, but let's one shot at a time. He has a good angle here. He is going to have to pinch this a little bit just to make sure the cue ball doesn't get too far away from his angle that he needs for the 4. He could consider just rolling this down, taking the 4 in the lower left. Yeah. I think this is the right choice.
Yeah, nicely done. And it's also the perfect angle to naturally go back to the 6. Doesn't have to do not much with the cue ball. Focus on making the ball. Maybe a tiny bit of left spin, not too much.
Got pretty close to his work, but
There was a little bit of a table roll at the end, which helped him actually, otherwise he would be dead straight.
he's going to grab the extension here. Really good follow stroke. It's actually better that he has this angle. Go 2 rails back up table for the 8 in the top left. It's going to be stretched out again. So that will make it a little awkward. Plus using the bridge. Ooh.
Does he get lucky?
Yes.
Half. Yeah, it's very makeable.
I mean, he's going to be stretched out again, though, so he's going to have to use the bridge. It's another bridge shot. Unless he can lean over. It's pretty awkward for the lean. He's going to go for it.
Where's the cue? No, Cuba is okay. Overcooked it. Rushed it a little bit.
Yeah, again, it was kind of one of those awkward positions, so he didn't take too much time on it. Just went for it.
This one you have to make your decision and stick to it. Either you go for the shot and commit to it, or try to hide behind the 9, which when you miss the 8 ball will probably hang in front of the pocket bottom right and you sell out. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. And where the 9 ball is right now, just focus really making the 8 ball. Forget about the 9, it goes from anywhere.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward queuing. So Francis plays the safe, gets away with it.
Good chance to be the first one to hill now.
Yeah, just roll this one in, leave the cue ball pretty much where the 8 is. A little more angle's fine.
Nice draw with some left spin off the long left rail. Can also punch it to the right side of the table, like that.
Should be good.
Yeah. All right. We have our first player on the hill, Francis. 10-9. Let's find out if this is the last break we see tonight or one more to come after this.
Good evening to those just tuning in. Francis is on the hill. Matthew has played an excellent game. Both these players have. Okay, 3-ball on the break. 1. Looks like it might barely go by the 2. Maybe not quite. She could consider just banking this 1 up to the short rail. Just a very soft bank here. Oh, going for the Q. Nice.
No.
Left the 1
Yeah.
though.
Now again, what do you do? Your opponent's on the hill, you go aggressive on the bank, or trying a safety, which leaves also the risk for selling out if the safety goes wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tough decision here. You could just try to bring this cue ball up to the short rail and just give a distance save here. Oh, unless you just make the 1 in the side. Did he not call
He
it?
did not.
He
No.
didn't call it?
I think it's the third or fourth
Oh.
shot he's making, which was like an
Matthew.
incredible shot,
Yeah.
but he didn't call.
Oh, you gotta call everything in 10 ball. Even if it, I mean, there's very few times where you call safe where you're like, I'm not even gonna hit a ball near a pocket. But anything that goes near a pocket, definitely need to call a ball. Francis will just follow this down.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps a 2-6 combo.
Yeah.
2 will get kind of squirrely though, so I don't really know if you want to do that.
I think thinning the 2 on the left side, like from his right side,
Mm-hmm.
and playing the cue ball towards the 7-9-8
Yeah.
and try to hide behind there, and you have also 5-10 as a... Or he's going for your option.
Come out.
I mean, if you make this 1, then
And the way the 2 just
Yeah.
kind of clung to the 6.
good shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot. He's not super satisfied with the leave, but I mean, it's pretty nice. And luckily for him, he's going to hit this thin, so just send this cue ball back up to where he's standing, essentially. Take the 4 in the lower left. Unless...
You have a good cue ball control.
Yeah, with the
Can do
bridge.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you don't shoot it switch-handed, right?
So, stop it here. Cue ball will track a little bit to the right.
Okay, he has to size up the 7-9 combo. That combo is much more awkward than the 2-6 was. Landed pretty nice on this.
So on this one, you need to understand where the 7 goes. You don't want to slow roll this ball because the 7 will be tied behind the 8. If you slow roll, it just does, just that the 9 drops. So you want to hit this with some kind of speed that the 7 comes out behind the 8, and you're not snookered.
Yeah, maybe even bump the 8 out with the cue ball.
Yes.
Oh wow! Wow.
The double tap.
The double tap.
Yeah, nicely done.
All right, so what do you do personally? Go forward and have the 8 in the side, or you punch it out and draw and have the 8 in the same pocket?
I think I just draw this back a little bit. His bridge action has been really strong, so yeah, that.
Nice. Just don't put it away. Use it again.
He's gonna reach and be like,
I'm surprised. Yeah. You should use the bridge.
I mean, or an extension. Yeah. He's like, fine. Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. There we go. Most likely, because it's not in yet. And I don't want to commentate a curse or anything. Most likely this is Hill.
He's taking his time, wiping his cue down again.
All right.
All right, folks, you wanted it. We've got it. It's Hill.
Now I'm feeling better.
Hill Thriller going
There was the
into
shake hand.
rack number 21. Players do a quick fist bump, acknowledging all of their hard work comes down to this one rack.
And we haven't seen a break and run so far today.
It's true. Could this be the moment? What a way to go out. As long as it's not an early 10 combo.
Oh yeah, true.
We haven't seen any of those.
I think they never even attempted it.
No,
Right.
yeah, there's been no attempts on the early 10s. So, nice clean rack here. See what happens. Ooh, a dry break.
Little 5-7, very awkward. 4, not easy.
Even with the 1 as the opener, not terribly easy. I feel like you try to hide this cue ball behind the 7-5, you might break it up. 1 ball might end up by the side pocket. You could potentially just bank this 1 between the 6-10. Or just bank the 1 on top of the 4. Kind of a lot of options here.
What would Evren do?
Drill the bank, buy the 3, cue ball comes out, gets
Yeah.
shaped for the 2.
At least 4 rails, I guess.
Alright, attempted to hide the 1 on the other side. Didn't quite find angle. Matthew now, the pretty big shot.
Ooh, almost scratched.
Yeah, almost scratched and got away with this.
Mm-hmm.
The kick is in play into this bottom right corner. Needs to hit this with some pace because she does need the cue ball to come out to get a look at the 2.
Oh. Alright, here I would consider playing the 1-8 to start. To have the awkward 8 out of the play.
Yeah, because getting back onto the 8 from the 7
Mm-hmm.
is going to be hard, so I like that idea. Does not want it to drop. Found the window.
Yep. Oh, smart. Great shot.
Yeah, excellent opportunity to break that out. I like how he's been stepping away from the table after sort of a big shot moment to kind of refocus himself.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it works out for him.
Yeah.
Like every time.
Lands a little straight, but he can easily just draw this back below the side pocket. Don't think you want to stop shot this.
I think he's going forward.
Oh,
Yeah, that's risky though.
I'm not sure why.
Especially when you hit it with like a spin, what he had to a little bit.
Yeah,
If you just miss hit it by a tiny bit, you scratch. Going for the bang and makes it. Wow.
yeah, good recovery.
This gets tougher and tougher.
Well, the 10 is in the way now to go forward.
Yeah, he can stun this out and still land the cue ball in the zone for the 7. It's not ideal, but you know, the end is nigh. You're in control of the table.
Drills it in.
Is he going to get unfortunate? No.
Phew. I don't want to have to shot on a hill match when I play.
No, and the 7's off the rail too. So if this was on the rail, you could definitely just spin into this. But now if he wants to spin, he actually needs to go a little bit further
Yeah.
to the right of the 7 to make sure he gets enough off the rail. Oh, he spins it and it scratches.
And he scratches. Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh, there's the thriller the chat wanted. Here's the thriller.
Yeah, that's a real tough break.
Francis showing no emotions.
Needs to get above this 10. Above the 10. Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
All right, take your time. And Francis for the win, 11-10. What a great
Well
match.
played.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. It's been a wonderful time here in the booth. Zach Ross with Chris Iberger.
Not better.
Okay, that's
Any
my speech
post,
break.
yeah, now speech.
No, there's no speech.
Okay.
But it was fun. It was good. It was an enjoying match. It was back and forth from like Matthew being 3 down, having 5 racks in a row to go 2 up. Was nice comeback, and then got unlucky in the last rack. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, he was down 3-6, made it 8-6, and then Francis tied it up. They
Yeah.
traded a couple racks, and yeah, excellent game. Glad you all got to witness this with us. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell as well to be notified when we go live. Thank you all so much. Take care.
See you next time. Bye bye.
I think I cut it in directly.
Okay. Because
I don't think it was rail first because
then I have no idea how to. Were you on
no,
the
it was
outside?
like really close. I just decided to just commit to it because like there's no safe there. It's very hard to save there. I think there is a safe, but like I don't want to play it in that situation. I just commit to the shot. I think it. Actually, you could be right. It could be rough. It's really close though. I think regardless, I should have put like bottom and let it